Hey guys, I'm a speech therapist, and if you're an SLP or an SLPA and you're going to be starting work in the school system for the first time, stay with me because I'm going to give you guys some budget-friendly tips for working in the schools. There's a lot of free websites out there that are really engaging, have a lot of really fun materials and games and books on them that you can find for free. One of them that's coming to mind is PBIS Kids. I use that one a lot. There's a lot of really fun educational resources and games for kids to play on there. Starfall is another one. ABC, yeah. I will put some of these down below in the comments so that you can check some of them out. I think some you might need to make a login for, but for the most part, they're free and there's a lot of freebies out there. Another thing is when you find authors that you really like, especially children's book authors, a lot of them have their own websites. One that's coming to mind is Jan Brett, who writes The Mitten. She has a whole website full of like fun coloring pages and different activities that you can use to make materials or even use for therapy sessions. Okay, Teachers Pay Teachers and Boom Cards. So these are stores. Yes, there are materials that you can buy, but there are so many freebies out there. And I know because I'm a personal seller on here. Yes, I put a lot of resources out there to buy, but I also have a ton of resources on both my Teachers Pay Teachers account and in my Boom Card store that I put up for free. And so many other amazing authors out there also have a ton of freebies on there. So please check those out. And as far as buying and purchasing them go, I find that if you're gonna buy resources, why not buy them from Teachers Pay Teachers? Because why not support other educators like ourselves? And they're gonna be way cheaper than you would buy that product in a store. So it's definitely worth checking out, and it's worth it because again, you're supporting other educators like ourselves. So Teachers Pay Teachers and Boom Cards, check them out. Make an Amazon wish list. You don't need to be an influencer, a micro influencer, or a creator just to have an Amazon wish list. Anybody can make one, and you don't need to have a link in your profile in order to have one. You can just have one. There are so many influencers out there that I've seen that have cleared teachers and other educators' wish lists. I know me personally, I don't have the means to do that yet, but I did donate to somebody's wish list earlier this summer because I wanted to give back to other educators. But there's so many people out there that are really generous and willing to do that. So make yourself a wish list and then look for those influencers and those creators that are willing to fill those wish lists. Last up, probably I think the best one, and that I think too many people sleep on, is Donors Choose. So Donors Choose is a website that teachers and educators they call them projects. So really they're wish lists of some sort, but usually they have some kind of a theme. And you write a little bit of like a small, I don't want to call it an essay, but like a couple paragraphs as to why you're asking for these items and what you would do with them and who you would use them with, what kind of population of students you'd use them with. And then you pick the items from all over the place. I'm talking like Amazon, Lakeshore Learning, like there's so many different vendors for you to choose from. And you choose the items that you would like for your classroom or for your therapy sessions, and you just put it out there. And there are so many amazing, generous donors out there that fund these lists. I personally have gotten maybe about 4 Donors Choose packages over the last few years. I don't do them all the time. I have one out there right now that I want for the next school year because I am getting to work with some kids that are a little bit different than what I'm normally used to, so I need some new materials. But people are really amazing. They're really generous. A lot of times they tend to fund them at the beginning of the school year, a lot of times around like Christmas and things like that. They look to help us teachers and us educators out. So definitely look into Donors Choose. And then after it's funded, if it gets funded, you just write a little thank you note and it kind of goes out to all of them. It's really easy to do. So check it out. If you're not using Donors Choose and you work in the school system, you're missing out. Do it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If you're starting in the school system, good luck. Welcome to the field. We love to have you. We love to see you here. Thanks for watching. And as always, follow for more. Bye.